Imagine standing in a valley. You speak. A few moments later, the sound returns. Not a new sound, your sound returning to you. Sometimes louder, sometimes softer, sometimes delayed, yet unmistakably familiar. That is how an echo works. Relationships can feel surprisingly similar. Many of us believe we are only responding, yet often we are also creating what comes back. Welcome to Regulate and Rise with Khyati Aglasa. One of the biggest misconceptions about relationship is people assume the relationship itself is the problem. The marriage, the friendship, the parent-child dynamic, the partnership. Yet, many times, the relationship is simply revealing what each person is bringing into it: impatience, emotional reactivity, withdrawal, defensiveness, unspoken expectations. Over time, those patterns begin talking to each other long before the people do. Recently, I was speaking with a client I had been working with for many months. She had experienced meaningful shifts through our work together: greater self awareness, better emotional regulation, more intentional responses. Yet, there was one area that still felt difficult: her relationship. During one of our conversations, I suggested something simple. Why don't you gift your husband a handwriting analysis? No pressure, no persuasion, just an invitation. He agreed. We began working together. Not for years, not for months, just a few weeks. Then something started shifting. Situations that once ignited arguments no longer carried the same charge. The spark still appeared, the fire no longer followed. He shared that he felt more in control of his emotions. His anger was no longer leading every conversation. His reactions no longer decided the outcome before the discussion even began. What moved me most wasn't what he noticed, it was what his wife noticed. She said conversations felt different. She no longer felt she had to carefully rehearse every sentence before speaking. She could simply express herself. He could simply listen. The emotional climate of the relationship began changing, not through dramatic breakthroughs, through different responses to familiar moments. Many relationships break down long before love disappears. They break down when reactions become louder than understanding. Think about how many relationships struggle with things that were never the real issue. The discussion was not about the dishes. The argument was not about being late. The silence was not about the forgotten message. Those moments simply became containers for something deeper: frustration, disappointment, feeling unheard, feeling unseen, feeling misunderstood. Eventually, people stop reacting to the situation. They start reacting to the history attached to it. Imagine a child excitedly sharing something from school. The parent responds, "Not now." Once, twice, 10 times. The parent may be busy. The child doesn't understand busy. The child understands connection. Years later, the parent wonders, why doesn't my child tell me anything anymore? Sometimes relationships change through 1,000 small moments, not one big event. A couple sits together every evening, same room, same routine, same familiar faces. One evening, a simple question appears. What's been on your mind lately? The silence feels longer than expected, not from distance, from unfamiliarity. They have been sharing a life, they have not been sharing themselves. This is one reason I find emotional regulation so fascinating. People often try to improve relationships from the outside. New communication techniques, new boundaries, new strategies, those can help. Yet, lasting change often begins internally when reactions become responses, when assumptions become conversations, when awareness becomes stronger than impulse. This is something I regularly witness as individuals become more aware of their emotional patterns, their relationships begin changing too. Not magically, naturally. The same people, the same home, the same circumstances, yet a different emotional environment. Trust rarely returns all at once. It returns in moments. A pause where an argument once lived. A question asked with curiosity. A conversation that no longer feels unsafe. Those moments accumulate. Eventually, the echo changes. Relationships rarely transform through a single conversation. They transform through repeated moments where a different version of you shows up. So today, instead of asking, how do I fix this relationship? Try asking, what am I repeatedly bringing into this relationship? The impatience, the defensiveness, the withdrawal, the assumption, the fear, or perhaps the willingness to listen, the willingness to pause, the willingness to understand. Every relationship creates an echo. The question is, what keeps coming back to you? If you find yourself saying the same thing, feeling the same distance, having the same argument, this may not be a relationship asking for another argument. It may be a pattern asking for attention. Sometimes changing that pattern changes far more than you expect. And if you would like support with that journey, I would be happy to help. The words matter, the conversations matter, the relationship matters, yet often the echo changes the moment the voice does. This is how we regulate. This is how we rise.